My name is Lars Hoffmann. I'm a business psychologist. I've worked for 20 years with organizational change, with leadership development. What we've known through all this time is that for learning to occur, real change of habits, change of mindsets, adapting to difficult changes, learning leadership or complicated skills like collaboration. We need more than just a good lecture. We need more than a good article to read. We need to work with ourselves. We need to work together with others. We need feedback. We need to practice what we're learning. And all that kind of stuff has been difficult to achieve with online learning. We've seen webinars, we've seen MOOCs and e-learning, having difficulty achieving that kind of deep-rooted learning. But with facilitated online learning, we get much closer to the learning that we've been doing in an offline environment. And the key is that the learning has to be facilitated by a professional facilitator, using content experts also. The learners has to meet online in a video conference. And what the facilitator does is that he or she makes sure that the learners get really close connected, that they have a lot of good dialogues in small groups. So what we're using is a lot of breakout sessions where people meet in plenary and go out into breakouts to work with the content, to have dialogues, to talk about the challenges they have at using this stuff or this method, the challenges they have at work. They do a lot of feedback. And an essential part of this is that the participants have a very high level of trust with each other, and for them to achieve that, of course, these processes and dialogues has to be facilitated again. And that makes for very efficient learning, especially because the participants are not absent from work, they're just logging in on video conference. So just after having met with the other learners, they can go out and practice what has been learned in their own line of work. And what we encourage them to do is to record themselves practicing the skills that they're training. So then we get a real live sample of the real world and how they are using what is learned. And these videos they share with the other participants, asking for feedback. And that makes the learning very, very personal to the participants. And again, here we need that high level of trust and confidentiality among the participants. But that makes for the first two steps of this learning process. So meeting in video conference, facilitated dialogues, high level of trust and connection among the participants, all the time talking about the content related to their own practice. Step two, they go into their own world, practice what has been learned and taught, share videos of how they're doing it. And step three, watch each other's videos, read up on new content, comment on it, have dialogues online, in chat systems and so on. And then meet back again a week later in a new video conference meeting for more dialogues, more exercises, more feedback processes, and building up incrementally new expertise within the content area. So that is what we mean by facilitated online learning. And here we don't use lectures much. We don't invite experts in for giving lectures because they don't work well in video conference. What we do is we share videos with the experts, with each other participants practicing. We watch them between the sessions, but when we meet in video conference, we have dialogues, we have exercises, feedback processes, much more personal and of course heavily facilitated.